Good morning, everyone. Hope you have studied the previous lecture in which I taught you how to prepare executor's account. How to obtain the amount payable to the executor of the partner who meets death. Yes, we have learned how to prepare capital account of the partner who dies. Yes, obviously, chapter 6, retirement or death of a partner. We have been doing the concept of death of a partner from previous 2 lectures. This is the 3rd lecture regarding the same topic, and you should watch this lecture till end. Even without missing a single second for complete understanding. Yes, so in today's lecture we are going to learn how to prepare executor's account and executor's loan account. Alright, firstly, I think you all know very well who is an executor, and if you don't know, kindly study the very first lecture regarding the concept of death of a partner. Yes, that lecture is previous to the previous lecture. Okay, so all I mean is this is the 3rd lecture. Last to last lecture was the first lecture regarding this topic. In that particular lecture, we have learned how to obtain the amount payable to the executor. So, executor's account and the partner's capital account. Which partner? The one who dies, are nearly same. Here, the new topic for today is executor's loan account. Alright? This new topic we are going to understand in today's lecture in consideration with illustration 25. The first lecture for illustration 25, the first part I can say, and the new topic is executor's loan account. Executor's account is similar to partner's capital account, the one who dies. Okay, so please pay attention. Illustration 25, it's well and good if you are having your textbook with you and the other essentials, which includes most importantly the calculator. This is illustration 25 on your screen, or else if you will see in your textbook. Alright. So these are the adjustments given to you, and let us see what we are supposed to prepare. The main thing, see adjustment number 6. Profit and loss sharing ratio of A and C is to be kept 2:1. This is the last adjustment. They say after B's death, what we are supposed to prepare. I'm reading the last line, please pay attention. Prepare B's executor's account and executor's loan account till it is finally paid. Alright, let us read the question then. Illustration 25, page number 255. A, B and C are the partners in a firm. Following are the balances as on 31st/3/15 in the books of the firm. This is the capital of all the 3 partners. This is A, B and C. Alright. Then you have contingency reserve rupees 9,000, investment fluctuation reserve 3,000, goodwill of rupees 15,000. B died as on 30/6/15. Understand? The accounting year is 1/4/15 to 31st/3/16. The first thing that should be clear in your mind. See, the balances are given on 31st 3/15. So the accounting year to be considered is 1/4/15, the new accounting year. And where it will end? 31st 3/16. But before the completion of that particular year, B died. Died on which date? 36/15. How many months? 4, 5 and 6. Only 3 months. So his share in profit will be calculated on such basis, and also interest on capital, like I have explained in theory. Yes, that what are the things that you are supposed to credit, what are the things that you are supposed to debit in deceased partner's capital account or executor's account. Okay, further, it was agreed by the remaining partners that interest on capital at 12% per annum. Drawings is rupees 6,000. Interest on drawings rupees 300 will be charged. B's share of goodwill is to be valued at the profits credited to his account during previous 3 completed years. B's share of profit is to be allowed on the basis of average of 3 completed years' profit before death. Profit of last 3 years was 60,000, 70,000 and 50,000 respectively. B's executor is to be paid rupees 9,200 immediately, and the balance in 2 equal yearly installments with interest at 6% per annum. Lastly, profit and loss sharing ratio of A and C is to be kept 2:1 after B's death. Prepare B's executor's account and executor's loan account till it is finally paid. So what we are supposed to prepare? B's executor's account and executor's loan account, which is new topic for today, till it is finally paid. We'll go extremely slow with this sum. So here you can see this is B's executor's account. If you want to prepare in your book right now, well and good. Otherwise, you can revise these lectures. You can watch it again and do the sum along. And here is B's executor's loan account. Okay? And further we have the working notes. Alright? Okay. Please keep your Kelsey with you and a pencil and a writing book. And you can use your textbook. Either you can pay well attention on the screen. The question has been presented along with the answer. Let us begin. We have prepared B's executor's account and loan account. Firstly, we'll finish preparing B's executor's account, and only then we can begin preparing B's executor's loan account. Okay? And as I said, executor's account is just similar to the capital account. So the very first thing written on credit side of B's executor's account is, you can see, by B's capital account 50,000. This is your question. The capital of B, you can see what it is, 50,000. The amount of capital is to be credited in his executor's account. If it was B's capital account, what you must have written? You must have written by balance brought down. But this is not his capital account, this is his executor's account. So all the share, all the things which are to be given to B and which are to be debited from B's capital are to be written in B's executor account on credit and debit side. Okay? So the very first thing that we have written is by B's capital account 50,000 on credit side. This means that 50,000, the amount of capital of B has been credited in B's executor's account. Okay? Then it is contingency reserve, investment fluctuation reserve and goodwill. Yes, adjustments are given below. The value of goodwill is given before adjustments. This means this is the old value of goodwill. And what do you do with the old value of goodwill? Obviously, you write it off among all the partners in their old ratio. Here, if we are talking about the old ratio, it is not given. So it is to be considered as 1:1:1. That is equal. Yes? So goodwill will be written off among all the three partners in old ratio, which is equal. Yes? So 15,000 in 3 equal parts is 5,000. And I repeat, this is the old value of goodwill. Old value of goodwill is to be written on debit side of partner's capital account as well as on partner's executor's account, because this amount is to be deducted from his capital. You can see here. To goodwill account 5,000. Here they have presented the column of date. The date is 1/7/15. The account has been prepared after his death. He died on 30/6/15, if you can see. So 1/7/15, just the next day. So to goodwill account 5,000. I hope you all are able to understand. Then talking about contingency reserve and investment fluctuation reserve. These are reserves. You know very well how to deal with reserves. Yes, they are to be credited in partners' capital accounts in their old ratio, of course. So again, they will be credited in B's executor's account even. Let us check. Yes, B's executor's account on credit side by contingency reserve account 3,000, by investment fluctuation reserve account 1,000. Contingency reserve is 9,000 in the question. Once you distribute this in equal ratio, the old ratio is not given, hence we have considered it as equal ratio. So 9,000 in 3 equal parts is 3,000 each. Contingency reserve 3,000. And talking about investment fluctuation reserve, which is 3,000 in 3 equal parts, is 1,000. If you can see, by investment fluctuation reserve account 1,000. All right. Sorry. Fine. We'll continue and we'll start with the adjustments now. The very first adjustment Interest on capital to be is allowed 12% per annum. Okay. What is the capital of B? It is 50,000 in the given question. Yes? 50,000 is given in the question. How much interest is to be given? 12% per annum. Annum is 12 months, a year. So 50,000 into, you can see interest on capital here. Try to understand. Use your calci. We are calculating amount of interest on capital to be given to B. I mean B's executor. 50,000 is the amount of capital of B. 12% interest, that is 50,000 into 12 by 100 gives you 6,000. 6,000 into 3 by 12 gives you 1,500. You can even directly do this as presented on your screen. 50,000 into 12 by 100 into 3 by 12 equals to 1,500. Let me explain this in detail. 50,000 is the amount of capital. 12% interest is for 12 months. So 6,000 is the answer for 12% of 50,000. Now 6,000 is for a year. Yes? The partner died before completion of the year, just after the 3 months of the beginning of this year. So interest on capital is to be calculated and given only for 3 months. So 6,000 into 3 by 12, 1,500. 1,500 is to be credited in B's executor's account. You can see on credit side by capital interest account. You can even write this as interest on capital account, 1,500. I hope I'm clear. Yeah? Further, the next adjustment, drawing of B was rupees 6,000. Interest on drawing rupees 300 will be charged. Drawings rupees 6,000. Drawings is to be debited to partner's capital account. Hence, it will be even debited in partner's executor's account, because drawings is the reduction of capital. Alright, on debit side you can see to drawings account 6,000. Yes, 6,000 is mentioned in your question. Here you can see the second adjustment. Just the way you write down the balance of opening capital on credit side. And here is the executor's account. So you have written by B's capital account on credit side. Similarly, you are supposed to write down the balance of drawings on debit side always. Yeah? And also the amount of interest on drawings, which is 300 clearly given. Yeah? Interest on capital is to be credited and interest on drawings is to be debited. I mean is to be written on debit side, and interest on capital is to be written on credit side of partner's capital account and partner's executor's account. Alright? Okay then, let us check what is the next adjustment. B's share of goodwill is to be valued at the profits credited to his account during the previous 3 completed years. Okay, here the new value of goodwill is given in the twisted form, and third and fourth adjustment are related, as they have said that the value of goodwill depends on the profit of completed 3 previous years, and the profit of previous 3 years is given in adjustment number 4. If you can see the second line in adjustment number 4, profit of last 3 years was 60,000, 70,000 and 50,000 respectively. And another thing to be noted here is that you need to have gaining ratio to give the share of a retiring or the partner who meets death. Who will give this share? The existing partners, that is A and C. B dies. So A and C will give his share of goodwill, the share of goodwill of B will be given by A and C in their gaining ratio. Yes? So what is gaining ratio? New share minus old share. You are provided with new share in adjustment number 6, 2:1, and old ratio, just because it is not mentioned, we are going to consider it as 1:1:1, the equal share. Yes? So we have to solve adjustment number 3 at the moment, which is related to adjustment number 4 as well as 6. So firstly, let us find out gaining ratio of partners so that we can find out the amount of goodwill to be paid by A and C to B. Okay, here you can see on your screen, old ratio of A, B and C is 1:1:1. New ratio is 2:1. Here is the calculation. Gain equals to new share minus old share. Firstly, it is calculated for A. 2/3 minus 1/3 equals to 1/3. C's gain is 0. So C does not gain, nor does he sacrifice. So there is only one partner who gains, that is A. This simply means that the entire share of the entire share of B is gained by A. So the share of goodwill to be given to B will be given by A only, not C, because C does not gain. It is 0 in the calculation. Yes? So now we can talk about goodwill. We are done with adjustment number 6 and we were doing adjustment number 3, which was related to adjustment number 6. They have said, let us read the adjustment first. They say, B's share of goodwill is to be valued at the profits credited to his account during previous 3 completed years. Okay, let us see what is the profit for previous 3 years. 60, 70 and 50. Let us put this thing in the calculation and find out the value of goodwill. Okay, the third working note, share of goodwill payable to B. Goodwill of B to be calculated at the profits credited to his account during previous 3 completed years. Alright, so average profit of last 3 years, 60 plus 70 plus 50. You know this concept. This is a part of chapter 3. So the new value of goodwill is 1,80,000. In the previous sums, the value of goodwill, the new value of goodwill, the value of goodwill given in the adjustment was readily given always. Here we have to obtain it on the basis of last 3 years profit. So we have obtained, it is 1,80,000. Now the share of goodwill of B. How do you obtain that? Of course, it's not a new thing. We are doing this in each and every sum. So 1,80,000 into 1 by 3 gives you 60,000. So how much is the amount of goodwill payable to B? It is 60,000. And who will pay this? A will pay this. Why? Because A is the person who is gaining. C does not gain. So C will not appear in the picture of payment of goodwill anywhere. Alright. So A will be giving the amount of goodwill to B. So let us check the effect for this. In B's executor's account, you'll see just below the interest on capital, it is written by A's capital account 60,000. What does this mean? That the entire share of goodwill of B is given to B's executor's account by whom? By A. This is the reason of writing down by A's capital account on credit side of B's executor's account 60,000. Alright, let us check the next adjustment. B's share of profit is to be allowed on the basis of average of 3 completed years' profit before death. Okay, this is the profit and loss suspense account. If you remember, we have understood this in the previous previous lecture Yes? Just because B meets death before the completion of the year, the share is to be given on the basis of estimated profit on the basis of previous 3 years. So let us find out that. Please pay attention to the working notes. The 4th working note. They say the share in profit is to be given on the basis of last 3 years average profit. So it is 60,000. Yes? Now 60,000 is the average profit. Please use your calci for necessary calculations. Average profit. So 1,80,000 divided by 3, which gives you 60,000. So now finding out the share of B in profit is 60,000 into 1 by 3. First of all, his share. 60,000 into 1 by 3 gives you 20,000. And the amount of profit is to be given for 3 months only. How 3 months? I have explained in the beginning of this lecture. Yes? So firstly, the average profit of last 3 years is 60,000, which is 1,80,000 divided by 3 gives you 60,000. From 60,000, you will find out the share of B as per his profit sharing ratio, which is 1 by 3. So 60,000 into 1 by 3 gives you 20,000. Now this 20,000 is for 12 months. But B was with us, was in the firm only for 3 months. So 20,000 into 3 by 12 gives you 5,000. 5,000 to be credited in B's executor's account. Here you can see by profit and loss suspense account. 5,000. We have understood this topic even in the previous lecture. Alright? There was a minor difference in adjustment number 3 and 4. In adjustment number 3, it is written it is to be valued at the profits credited to his account. Adjustment number 4 is on the basis of average of 3 completed years. This is the reason in Adjustment number 3, we have calculations such as 1,80,000 and in fourth working note we have 60,000. Alright, so here we'll complete the session for today. We are going to continue with the same sum in next lecture, and your homework for today is that you have to prepare Executor's account. Alright, stay home and study well.